US President Donald Trump has signed a bill condemning China for its human rights abuses against its Uyghur Muslim population. According to the White House on Wednesday, President Trump signed the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act of 2020 to sanction Chinese officials involved in the detention of more than 1 million Uyghur Muslims in camps in China.
Assalamu alaikum brothers and sisters, I hope you are well. Donald Trump finally signs bill for sanctions on China officials over Uyghur Muslims, as we earlier told you in our last video that he's going to sign the bill. President Donald Trump signed legislation on Wednesday calling for sanctions against those responsible for repression of Uyghur Muslims in China's far western region of Xinjiang, the White House said in a statement. The bill, which passed the US Congress with only a single no vote, was intended to send China a strong message on human rights, mandating sanctions against those responsible for the oppression of members of China's Muslim minority. The United Nations estimates that more than 1 million Muslims have been detained in camps in Xinjiang that China says are vocational skills training centers and necessary to tackle extremism. Now, after the news came out, China threatens US with consequences after Donald Trump signs new law. China will resolutely hit back and the US will bear the burden of all subsequent consequences, the Chinese foreign minister said in a statement after US President Donald Trump signed the Uyghur Human Rights Act into law Wednesday. Beijing on Thursday slammed a new US law that would sanction Chinese officials over the mass incarceration of Uyghurs and other Muslim minorities, saying it maliciously attacks China's policy in the Xinjiang region. The United States would then freeze any assets the officials hold in the world's largest economy and ban their entry into the country. China's foreign ministry said in a statement that the act rudely interferes in China's internal affairs and urged the US to immediately correct its mistakes. Now, another shocking news came up when John Bolton said that Donald Trump pleaded with Xi Jinping to help with 2020 US polls. John Bolton is a former US National Security Advisor, writes in his upcoming book widely previewed in American media Wednesday. On Wednesday, the same day Mr. Trump signed the legislation, Mr. Bolton accused the president of once supporting Beijing's crackdown in Xinjiang.
Really another explosive book on President Trump. What exactly is John Bolton claiming here?
So John Bolton's book is absolutely full of stories of the Trump administration. I've just been seeing headline after headline today come out. As you mentioned, there's a story where he asked President Xi Jinping to help with his re-election. There's one where he seems unaware that the UK is a nuclear power. There's one where he does seem to approve of China building these detention facilities for the Uyghurs, which goes in direct contradiction to the bill that he signed today.
But in an interview Wednesday evening, Mr. Trump said there were no strains on his relationship with Secretary of State Mike Pompeo and denied that he gave his blessing to Chinese President Xi Jinping to build detention camps for the country's Uyghur Muslim population, as Mr. Bolton recounts in his book. He is a liar, Donald Trump told the Wall Street Journal, adding that everybody in the White House hated John Bolton. Brothers and sisters, we don't know what is happening, who is telling the truth and who is a liar. Only time will tell. Many people believe this is a political move by Donald Trump because the elections are very near. Let's see and hope good for Uyghur Muslims, inshallah. So brothers and sisters, what is your opinion on this matter? Is Donald Trump doing all this just because elections are near? Let us know in the comment section below. For more updates like these, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like and share this video. Until next time, Assalamu alaikum.